All right, we'll bring the meeting back into order. The next item, we have a recognition of retirees tonight. Somebody was here, you wanted to recognize? No? Oh, that's it right here. First, we have Edward Collars, a teacher, Dale DeVoe, account clerk typist, Lisa Hetnick, teacher, Robin Cato, secretary, Paula Malagisi, teacher, Kimberly Messino, teacher, Nikki Morton was our director of student support services, and Sandra Prue was a cook. Carol Rockefeller, secretary, John Savage, teacher, Todd Stoller, teacher, Martha Sweet, teacher, and Bob Williams, our head custodian. All right, next item, I'll open the floor up for public comment. If anybody's here for public comment, please come on down.
It says it right in the board policy that I can use that instead of Regents. I'm only asking to feel included as a human, as a developing adult, as someone who is looking to go into the world feeling like I did the work, which I did do. I put in the work, and I'm just looking to feel validated and to show you that I also have an army of students behind me asking for me to be included with them. Students I grew up with, I have personal bonds with. I went to prom with them. I come to your choir concerts and your sporting events, all with them. I continuously have supported the school in the moments where I have not been present physically. At the end of the day, I have all my needed requirements, just as a student with an IEP diploma also would have. They complete their diploma. They don't get a Cleverstowe High School diploma. They don't take the Regents. They have their own requirements that they complete, and they also get to walk across that stage. I'm not asking for even to be handed anything. You can hand me a blank piece of paper. I just feel as a society we should pursue inclusivity and not make people feel divided when we don't have to. Thank you.
Anyone else for public comment tonight? On to the next item on the agenda, which is board discussion. We have the minutes from the May 12th meeting and the 21st. We'll have to split those out to be voted on separately because not everybody was at the 21st meeting. Any questions or comments on those minutes? All right. Motion to approve the May 12th minutes by Mike, seconded by Ed. All in favor for those? All right. And a motion to approve the May 21st meeting. Oh, by Ed, seconded by Keith. All in favor of that one? Keith, Mike, Sharon, John. I wasn't at that one.
Right, so you're gonna
I'm abstaining.
You don't have to.
Oh, I wasn't here. Anybody have anything else for board discussion tonight? All right, move on to the next item, which is the superintendent's report. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everybody. A few items I want to point out in today's agenda. Before we start, one is Mr. Curtis already mentioned the retirement of Miss Sandy Prue, Park Terrace cook, after 37 years of service. That's quite the tenure, so we appreciate Sandy's service and wish her a long, healthy, happy retirement. I also want to point out that we have a new hire with us tonight. Emily Fidulo is in the back, and wave, Emily. Emily is on tonight's agenda as a new 6th grade social studies teacher, and I think she's going to be a great addition to our staff along with the other new hires on today's agenda. So welcome, Emily. I'd also like to give a shout out to our top 10 graduating seniors and thank Mrs. Elias for her presentation. She did a great job, and those kids are the leaders of our school. They set the mark for the rest of the students to strive for, and every year, celebrating the top 10 achievers of each graduating class is absolutely the appropriate thing to do, and always gives you a lot of faith in the next generation when you hear all the extracurricular activities and academic performance and the future plans of our graduating seniors. And our top 10 are always impressive young men and women, and we look forward to seeing the great things they're going to do beyond graduation. I'd also like to thank the community for the overwhelming support once again this year for our budget. 71% for the district budget, 79% for our buses, for our technology, 81%, and 81% for our furniture reserve. So that's pretty overwhelming support. I've always been impressed with this community's support of the public school system, and once again, can't thank them enough. And also the library was on our budget this year, and they were happy to pass their budget, and we're happy for them at 62%. Also, I want to congratulate Kevin Kusel and Rob Curtis on re-election. Certainly have worked with you the 7 years I've been here and look forward to working with you in the future. And also want to point out that Mrs. Ann Bowles received 7 times the number of write-in candidates more than the next highest write-in candidate. So Dr. Wojcicki and I are meeting with Ms. Bowles tomorrow morning to talk about her joining the board. So we hope that she agrees to come on board and would join us at the July reorganization meeting. So stay tuned on that. Some end-of-year activities. Just want to mention Park Terrace Science Showcase is Wednesday, June 4th, 3:30 to 5. The class of 2025 baccalaureate is Wednesday, June 11th, 6 p.m. I believe it's at Holy Spirit? At South Main Street. I just looked at the address. I'm thinking it's at Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit? Thank you. Okay. GTA retirement party, Thursday, June 12th at Concordia at 3:30. The high school awards night, Tuesday, June 17th at 6 p.m. in this auditorium. The 5th grade moving up ceremony is June 24th at 5:30 p.m. in the middle school auditorium. June 25th is our 8th grade promotion, 5:30 p.m. middle school auditorium. And our high school graduation ceremony will be June 27th, 7 p.m. at Husky Field. But in the event of rain, it would be held in our high school gymnasium, as we have done in years past. So, lots of activities in the month of June. If I missed anything, there is a Kingsborough event I just saw. I wasn't on today's calendar, but I did see an email come in. Anybody know what it is? Maybe dinner with, what is it?
Our Feast of Kingsborough was 2 weeks ago.
There's something, I got an email about an event, that got rained out maybe?
Oh, the teddy bear picnic for our kindergarten celebration.
Teddy bear picnic. When is that? I just want to give a shout. I want to get all the buildings.
That is going to be next Friday.
All right.
Hopefully there's no rain.
What time?
We are walking over at 11 a.m.
Okay. So, as I said, June is a busy month in any public school, and obviously Gloversville is no different. So, looking forward to all these events. It's a great month as we celebrate all the accomplishments of the various buildings and transitions, culminating with our high school graduation, of course, on the 27th. So, let's hope for good weather. Some administrative changes that some have been taking place, some have already been before the board, but I just want to speak to that for a minute. Obviously, Mrs. Elias, this is her, she's been kind of filling 2 positions. Mr. Chacio's been filling in part-time as a high school principal. Mrs. Elias obviously is finishing her role as a high school principal for Gloversville High School, moving to secondary curriculum director. Our middle school principal, Cody Headwell, was appointed last meeting to the high school principal position, replacing Christina. And on tonight's agenda is the middle school assistant principal, Mr. Travis Heiser, is being appointed as the middle school principal, effective July 1st. We also have Mrs. Thompson, who will be appointed tonight to the assistant curriculum director position, vacated by Mrs. Bellin. And obviously that means tomorrow morning, Mrs. Graham's going to be posting middle school assistant principal position and Kingsborough principal position. So the one constant in life that I've learned in this business is change. But I can't say enough about the administrative team that I feel like we've built in recent years, and some of the internal movements to me is not a bad thing. It's matching people with interests, strengths, obviously promotions, but also keeping people happy, people that you think are quality people, good leaders, and putting them in positions of influence to continue to try to advance the organization forward for the interests of our kids. So I'm very happy with the changes taking place. I look forward to adding 2 people to the administrative team, and hopefully they will be appointed at the reorganization meeting in July. And they are joining a great group of administrators that we have assembled in this district now. So congratulations to everybody who's made recent moves, and look forward to adding to our administrative team in the month ahead. So, any questions on that? Okay. It's not a surprise to any of the board members, just so you know. As far as hiring goes, I've been talking about hiring. We're doing it great. There's still some hard positions to fill. We have math, science, special education, and Spanish that are still vacant. Math only recently, which is unfortunate. I've seen a trend in recent years where people accept jobs in March. You try to get out in the front end and try to hire the best candidates for every position. Unfortunately, sometimes people accept the position only to continue interviewing elsewhere to get closer to home or be in a district they would rather be in, and then to pull the plug and resign with never working a day in this district. I never saw this in previous 15, 20 years of being in this profession. It's not an impressive habit as far as I'm concerned, because it certainly puts a district like us right now in a tough position when it comes to math. Because you turned people away 2 months ago, those people have now likely accepted positions elsewhere. It's a practice that I would not recommend, because I think it's not in good faith. You accept a position, I think you should take that position for a year, unless extenuating circumstances dictate other needs. But just in general, you shouldn't hold a position as a backup plan and continue interviewing. So something I never saw until the last few years, and we've been burned by it a few times. But overall, I would continue interviewing early because I think we hire well. And generally speaking, holistically speaking, I'm very happy with the quality of the individuals that we are putting in front of the board that are being appointed and are going to join us in September. But as stated, math, science, special education, and Spanish are still vacancies that our district needs to fill. And if anybody knows anybody, a quality candidate with certification or even a proclivity or an interest in some of those areas, and they would like to teach, they have a calling to come teach, please send them our way. So we will take all comers and talk to them and help people get certified. The state of New York has recognized there's a shortage of teachers, administrators across the state, and they are creating multiple pathways for people who have a desire to have a second career and work with children. So it is a true calling, for sure. So thank you to all those who have that calling, and people like Emily who's joining us. We look forward to working with you in the 25-26 school year. That concludes my report. I will need an executive session to talk about independent contracts.
Any questions? All right, next item is our student board member report. We're here for his final one. You want the microphone, or?
I'll come grab it.
Sure.
Magic trick before you go. All right, so I've got a lot to talk about. We've got year in review. I wasn't at the last meeting, my sister was getting confirmed, so I also have to talk about prom, and we just finished our senior trip, so there is a ton to cover. Overall, starting off with our traditional format, the school's performance is going very well. We're in the end of the year. Finals are starting. We're reviewing in all of our classes. So everything's pretty light. Still got to stay pretty focused. But it's a great time to be in school. There's also a ton of stuff going on right now. Recently, we just had our Academic Titan ceremony. There was a ton of students that were recognized for their amazing hard work in school. I think it's a great thing that we do. It keeps students very motivated, and it gives them something to reach for. We just had our last band and choir concert on May 27th. My last band and choir concert. I say our because it was also Kim Bassino and John Savage's last band and choir concert. It was a great concert. Ton of love shared with them. And I think it was just a great moment for Gloversville. We had a ton of previous students come back and show their love for those teachers. So it's a terrible loss, but obviously we will move forward, and I think our programs will thrive in the future as they do now. Our juniors and seniors did have a presentation today for distracted driving, texting and driving, playing music, everything like that. We got to keep people on the road safe. We just had our Project Lead the Way trade show. That was a great thing. We had a ton of young engineers, I'd like to say, present a ton of great products. So that's always a wonderful moment for Gloversville. Now also, on to the senior events. We got to talk about prom. Prom was a wonderful experience that we had on May 3rd. We had it at Lanzie's. Then we went to the local FFF, the Food Fun Funnest. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. It's an interesting name. But is that what it's called? The Food Fun Funnest? Food Funner, Fun Times? Maybe? Something like that. But it was a great time. Roller skating, unlimited games, laser tag, you name it, it was there. Shout out to our class advisors. They did a wonderful job of planning all of that. Now heading on to our senior trip at Wildwood, another great trip, hosted by our class advisors again. My mom did tell me earlier that I should shout them out, so shout out to Ms. Romano and Mrs. Gillis. I guess that doesn't really count as a shout out now, does it? But I would like to highlight through our schedule, we arrived in Cape May early in the morning. We went shopping. It was a great time. Then we went to back to our hotel, checked in, went swimming in the ocean for a little bit. I flew my kite. Wonderful time. Then we went to dinner. We went to an Italian restaurant, got some shrimp scampi. It was pretty good if you ask me. Went to the boardwalk, hung out, went back to the hotel. We were in bed by 11. Then we woke up the next day. What did we do the next morning? I gotta think, hold on, let me check the list. We woke up the next morning, we had breakfast, then we took pictures by the Wildwood beach balls, and then we headed out to the, I can hear you laughing, it's so much fun. Then after that, we went to the amusement park, and we had a great day on the boardwalk in the amusement park. 5 o'clock, we went back, and we went to the Marvis Diner, had some great dinner, and then we went back to the boardwalk for a little bit, did some rides at night, went back to the hotel, woke up the next morning, had a great breakfast again, went on a boat tour, saw some awesome dolphins, saw some great whales, and then we went on the bus and went home. It was a wonderful trip, perfect length, couldn't have asked for a better senior trip. There's a ton of upcoming senior events, as you said. On the 11th, we have baccalaureate at Holy Spirit Church. Our senior walk is this Friday, and then we have a senior sunset and bonfire on June 13th, and scholarship night on the 17th, and I'm definitely excited for that one. Now, we're entering the year in review portion. There is a ton of stuff that went on this school year. Some notable events that happened. We had our Fall Fun Day, always wonderful, our Wellness Day and our Carnival, our 3 big SEL events of the year. Absolutely love them. Could not ask for better events there. I'm always happy to see our school participating and creating things like that. Now, we did have some large policy updates. We've got yonder pouches. It's been a while. I will say I have not seen anybody use a yonder pouch since, I don't know, like November 1st. I'm looking at you, you get yondered all the time. But nobody has voluntarily grabbed a yonder pouch since December 1st. November, December, somewhere in that time, no one's grabbed them. But people haven't been on their phones. For the most part, a few seniors struggling with that. But besides that, no one has to use the pouches, so I guess they're doing their job. Also, we've had some administrative changes. Mrs. Elias is leaving, which is not leaving, she's moving down the hall. But she's not our principal, which of course is very sad, and good luck. Thank you for all that you do for our school. Mr. Waring has become our principal this year, and I would just like to say that he's done a wonderful job. I hear great things. I say I hear great things, but I see him every day, and I see him do great things. Everybody loves Mr. Waring, so thank you, Mr. Waring, for all you do. Also, thank you, Mr. Chaccio, for coming to the school and filling in as our interim. And I'd also like to say good luck to Mr. Headwell. You're gonna need it. And finally, I'd like to end with the senior lounge. It's just been a great success to have in our school. The seniors love it, the CTC kids love it, all of our work-based learning kids love it. It's just a great place to hang out, and everybody who uses it is very respectful towards it. It's always clean, it's always in great shape. It's a very great addition to our school, and I'm very happy that we have it. And I would just like to end by saying thank you guys for this opportunity to always speak for you and give you a report every month. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
That's it.
Don't go too far. We've had a student board member for maybe 10 years now. Everybody brings a little something different to it. We've had a great time with all of them. Only one will be the best, and I didn't see any chicken wings tonight, so you're just gonna be that short underneath the best student board member of all time, but we'll let that slide. Again, thank you, great reports all the time. We are gonna miss you though. We'll come back and visit maybe.
You gotta start somewhere, right? Nice work.
All right, next we have our recommended items. We have items 7.01 through 17.45. Right. Any questions? Anybody need anything pulled? Motion to approve those by Sharon, seconded by Kelly way down there. Sorry, I had to look. All in favor? All right, that'll take a motion to go into executive session to discuss some contract items.
We're gonna be out that hall.
Okay.
There's a room right across the hall.
Motion by Mike, seconded by Heath, way down there. All in favor on that? All right, thank you. There'll be no action taken afterwards.